This is the plaintiff, Rami Shaloub. He says the defendant, his former girlfriend, not only cheated on him while they were together, but she still owes him money she borrowed. That's right, the sneaky girl promised to pay him back within 2 weeks of the loan, but has up and disappeared off the face of the earth. That is until today. He's suing his ungrateful ex for every penny of the $3,000 she owes him. This is the defendant, Karina Bravo. She says the plaintiff owed her money for a table he smashed after they had an argument, and he put that towards a car she desperately needed for transportation to and from work. Meanwhile, the plaintiff is harassing her. She lost her job because of it and has had to file a restraining order against him. She's accused of avoiding an ex at all costs.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Shaloub, you are suing Ms. Bravo, your former girlfriend, for $3,000. You say she still owes you and refuses to pay.
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened?
Miss Karina Bravo, she was my girlfriend for more than 3.5 years. And I don't have family in the U.S., so I was coming out of immigration custody in 2011, and she's the first one I met in this country. And we was like very close, like she was to me more than girlfriend. And
where are you from?
Originally from Israel.
From Israel.
And we had a lot of issues because we met. I used to be a bouncer in a club and hookah lounge in Paterson, New Jersey, and that's where we met. And then I couldn't give my job up, you know, because that's the only thing I could do at that time. And we stuck together for a while, you know. A lot of issues happen. She doesn't trust me all the time, saying I'm cheating. You know, a lot of times she called the police on me for any kind of reason. And until the 3 years finish.
During our time together, we got very close, but she used to drink and go out too much, so I never married her.
Yes, that's the reason. She got pregnant 3 times, and I couldn't have kids with her, so I always tell her to give a portion because she doesn't want to change. And I cannot have kids with a woman. She go out in the weekend, come 5 o'clock in the morning, and I don't even know where she's at or who she is with. And I found she was cheating with other men, and I was living with her in the same apartment.
Then why'd you loan her $3,000? Because you did that after you guys broke up.
Because I don't know, my family raised me to be a good person. I did it from the goodness of my heart, not because I'm trying to get her back, because when I gave her the money, I'm already married. My wife is pregnant now. And
wait, I'm sorry. When did you break up with her?
I break up with her like more than a year ago.
Okay, and when did you marry her?
7 months ago.
Okay, all right, so go on.
And
when did you loan her the money?
October 21st, I believe.
When you were already married to her?
Yes.
Okay. Did she know that you were loaning her $3,000?
Not really. And the big problem is, I lied to my wife and I told her I needed $3,000 to send it to my mom.
Wow.
He's a piece of work.
When did you? No one's asking you yet. When did you find that out?
After maybe couple or 3 months, he told me.
And
I just gave him money because she's mom. She was very sick. That's why I love her so much. That's why I gave him. But
wow, he kind of abused of your trust, didn't he? He was actually just giving it to his ex-girlfriend. Wow.
It's the first time he lied to me. I didn't.
I am going to guess it's not going to be the last, though. That's kind of.
I don't know.
That's pretty big. That's pretty significant. I mean, the kind of person who asks you to give him $3,000 for his mother and he's actually giving it to his ex-girlfriend, that's probably not an isolated lie that you're never going to see again. You're not, you're not that naive, are you? What's going on?
Hello. He did, actually, I called him up and I told him that I needed the money that he owed me, which was $1,200.
How did he owe you $1,200?
We were in a relationship, like he mentioned. When I told him to get out, because he was cheating on me, I told him to get out of my house. When I told him to get out, he went crazy, broke my TV, my table, and a couple of other items in my apartment. I called the police, he got arrested, and I got a restraining order against him. This happened back in March.
Did you know all this? Or are you
No.
learning this for the first time now?
No, I know that.
Okay, go ahead.
Then we kept going to court, and he was ordered to pay me $1,200 for the stuff that he broke. This was back in March. Up until he gave me the money for $3,000, I didn't see a dime. When I called him up and told him that I needed the money, he offered to pay me the $1,200 plus whatever else was owed to get the car back.
Why do you suppose he did that?
Well, he said that he felt bad for me, and I told him that I really needed the money, not the $3,000. I just needed the $1,200.
Well, what did you use the $3,000 for?
To get the car back because he got repossessed. And
Right, so
with
what you needed was
everything-
$3,000, right,
Right.
to get it back? So you told him
Right.
that. That's how we knew you needed $3,000.
Right,
And
but
then
I
what
told-
you took was $3,000.
Right.
But then of the $1,250 $1,250 was owed to you based on a court order. Do you agree that there was a court order ordering you to pay $1,250?
Yeah, but I gave her that money before, and that's why she called the court to dismiss the case. Those $3,000 has nothing to do with her case.
Okay, can you prove to me that you gave her the $1,250?
I gave it to her cash. I don't know how to
But,
prove it to you.
but if it was
And
part
that's
of a
why
court
she
order,
called-
if it was part of the court order, why would you give it to her cash and not have proof of it?
Stupid me. The same way I gave her
Okay.
$3,000 to get her car back and then
Okay,
to
but
fool me.
but lucky for you, stupid you, she does agree that you gave her $3,000. What she's saying is that $1,250 of it you owed her, and then according to you, you paid him back $1,000.
Yes, I did. The following week, I called him up and I said, I have $1,000 for you. Come and pick it up. He went to my job. He got $1,000.
Did you get $1,000 from her job?
Yes.
Okay, so then why are you suing for the $3,000 instead of $2,000?
Because when I get the car, there's a lot of expenses next to the car, which is I don't have a receipts. I went to Jersey City. Her place cost me $200.
You gotta slow down. Slow down. Why are you not accounting for the $1,000 she paid you?
I did.
No, he did not.
No, because you say that you loaned her $3,000, she paid you $1,000. That would leave $2,000 that you should be suing for, not $3,000. You're suing for the full $3,000.
Because when I went to court, they said I cannot sue more than $3,000.
I know, but you don't just get to pay. You're supposed to sue what you're out, not sue for the highest amount that you can.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're
But there's-
acknowledging that she paid you $1,000 down, then that means that all you're out is $2,000 at
Okay.
best.
It takes me-
According to her, it'd be $2,000 minus $1,250. But
When she was crying on the phone and called me every 5 minutes to go get her car, she said, I will pay you everything it cost. I left my job 2 days.
oh wait, you went to
drove-
pay, hold it. You not only gave her the $3,000 to get the car, you actually physically got the car?
Of course.
Why? Why?
Because she was working. I went to Jersey City to get her license plates, and which is I have the receipts right here. Her boyfriend called me a week later, and he was crying to me, saying, "Oh, do you have anything between you and her?" I told him, "Listen, man, I don't have nothing between you and your girlfriend. I'm married. Okay, all I need is my money back." And I know what was in your
Yeah,
car.
but why are
because-
you going to stand at the Department of Motor Vehicles to get her stuff?
She said she
He
doesn't
didn't-
have a time. I don't know.
But what's wrong with him?
She doesn't want to tell him she's taking money from me. She's hiding all this behind
Well, then
his
if she
back.
doesn't have time, she doesn't have time to drive either, because the rest of us managed to find the time to go get it. So obviously, you were barking up her tree. I mean, because there's no other reason why. Listen, that is true love, if there's ever true love. Somebody's willing to stand at the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles for you. Nothing says I love you than standing in line at DMV.
Welcome back to the People's Court. RV11 here. So, gave the money to his ex-girlfriend. Does that break trust forever?
Yes, definitely. There is no trust left.
Would you dump him?
Yeah, I feel like,
Would you divorce him?
I don't know about that.
No,
Maybe
so all of a sudden you're backtracking. What do you think?
Game over. He lost. I mean, you shouldn't have done that, you know?
Should she divorce him?
100%.
After 2 months, wouldn't give him a chance?
No, why would he lie in the first place? You should tell her straight up.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the point is that he gave it to his ex-girlfriend. That hurts the most.
Because it's the ex.
Yes.
If it were just some dude or whatever that a friend.
And maybe forgivable.
Gotcha. Going inside the courtroom.
So, can I see the court order, by the way, for the $1,250?
Oh, I don't have the actual court order.
What ended up happening with that case?
Well, when he gave me the money, when he went and paid for it, I called the court and I told them he gave me the money. So
then why, if he gave you the money during the court case, why would he owe you another $1,250?
He only owed me $1,250. That's when he gave me the money for the car. That's when he paid for it. That's
when did you call the court to dismiss the case?
Right after he paid for the car.
Do you have any evidence that the case was dismissed back when?
No, actually, I didn't believe anything until I called them and they told me your case was dismissed because...
When did you call them?
Around after I gave her the money and get the car, like
Okay,
around the
so
week.
then, do you have any proof that you paid her $1,250 in March?
No.
Okay, so do you have any proof that you paid her $1,250 before loaning her the $3,000?
No.
Okay, so here's where we are. We have you loaning her $3,000. We have her saying $1,250 of that is the money he owed me for the court order for all the things that he damaged. By the way, what happened? Did you wreck her TV and her table and all that
It
stuff?
was all my furniture, and you know, when I find out she's sleeping with other men, what you expect me to do? Kiss her?
No, I just expect you to.
That's the love you guys have in the United States?
Let me tell you what I don't expect you to do. I don't expect you to then rush to her aid and loan her $3,000 that you pry out of your pregnant wife, lying to her and telling her that it's for your mother who's sick. Maybe that's what I expect out of you.
That's why I'm here, Your Honor, and I
That's
feel
why
really
you're here?
bad. That's why I'm really bad, you know, and I would do anything to give her money back.
Really? Why don't you just go get another job and eat it? That would show remorse. Of the $3,000 that you acknowledge receiving, $1,250 is for payment for the court order. $1,000 he acknowledges that you paid him. That would leave a remaining $750. By the way, did you see anything of the $1,000 that he acknowledges she paid him? Did he? No. All right, okay, you have a lot of thinking to do.
Oh, yes.
Okay? Verdict for the plaintiff and the amount that is remaining, which you don't dispute, owing him $750.
Right.
That's my judgment.
Thank you.
Hold on right there.
Let's see what the defendant thinks of that. Step on in here. Or what's going through your mind coming out of the courtroom right now?
I'm very happy with the outcome.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you think he still has feelings for you, or what do you think? What's going on here?
I hope he doesn't.
Don't leave yet. No?
I hope he doesn't.
Well, why do you think he's going out of his way doing all these things for you?
Maybe he just want to be nice to me. And I mean, it's not that I took advantage of him, because I did tell him that I was going to pay him back. I mean, he's asking for an amount that it's not the truth. So
You want him around?
No, I do not. I will have a restraining order against him.
All right, right down this way. All right, come on in here. All right, what do you have to say about the outcome here?
I'm very thankful. I'm really happy with the judgment. You know, at least now I try to be good to her, and now I see how she act and how she lie. And
was it a good idea to keep doing things for her?
No more, my man. That's it. She has a man. I have a wife. Everybody have his own life.
Yeah, you heard stories in there about lies, cheating, and the judge said you have some thinking to do. What do you think of him right now?
I don't know yet. I need time to think about those stuff.
Let's go to Harvey.
I got to say, it sounds like the judge actually got to her, so we will update this one. We usually don't look at, soap opera stories like this, but we're going to update this one if we find out.